Fellow fight fans, what up? It's MMT, and I'm here with some picks for UFC 271 going down tonight in Houston. Obviously, the main card, not the most stacked card, but the main two events, holy shit, these fights are going to be insane. That co-main, Tai Tuivasa taking on Derek Lewis in Derek Lewis's backyard. Now, last time Derek fought in his backyard, it was against Cyril Gane. Obviously, Cyril Gane proved he is one of the most special heavyweights we've ever seen. But Derek did admit that he felt tremendous pressure, but also, the interim belt was on the line, so I think that was a huge amount of weight on his back. But with this fight, I think Derek's going to go out and have fun. Just going to have fun in front of his home crowd, really do what he does best, and that's take motherfuckers' heads off, all right, with them Houston Rockets. And then that main event, that rematch. First of all, whenever we have rematches, especially when it's a rematch for another title, it's exciting, to say the least. We got the Reaper, Robert. I think he has proven with his last 3 victories, he's just ready to take Izzy back on again. First of all, I always felt this way. Robert still looked, he had moments in that Izzy fight, but you could tell he was not traditional Robert the Reaper Whittaker, the fighter we saw take Yoel Romero 50 minutes. I mean, it's just, and I'm talking about the best Yoel Romero, not that one we saw against Izzy. So I think with all that experience he gained in between then, those 3 victories against great opposition, Till, Cannonier, Gastelum, all savages. I think it's setting up to be a much greater fight. I think Robert's going to give us much more of a showing of what he truly can do, what he truly represents, the type of fighter he is, the ferocity he brings. The guy is durable, to say the least. So, so let's get into it. My first pick, we got Casey O'Neill, decision victory over Roxanne Modafferi. I think Roxanne, she is the type of fighter that's so well-rounded and loves fighting so much, especially in her farewell fight. She will not, I don't think she'll allow herself to look weak at all. I think she'll give her best Roxanne. I think she'll, no matter how good Casey is, Casey's one of the most promising fighters in that division, but I just think Roxanne's so well-rounded. I could even see Roxanne getting an upset victory, but Casey is really good. So we're going to go with, it's going to go the full 3 rounds. And, we'll take that at minus 105. That seems like, pretty solid there. We have an interesting fight. We have Alex Hernandez versus Renato Moicano. They're both really good fighters. Neither of them, I feel like, have proven enough to be considered like true contenders in that division. They're both just guys who, honestly, this is a huge crossroad for both of them, this fight. They've had a rocky couple last fights. I think they're both going to be coming to really make a statement and really take a victory because they both desperately need them. Both guys are capable of finishing fights. Moicano, I think he's more of a guy you can expect to submit, and then Hernandez has some power, and he's a pretty well-rounded fighter. So I could see this fight not going the distance, and at minus 182, I think we like those odds. We have it's going to be probably a pretty firecracker of a fight. Bobby Green taking on Nasrat Haqparast. I think that Bobby is he's just in his element right now. He's feeling himself. Bobby, he's not an easy fight ever. I mean, the guy never really loses without putting up an amazing battle. So I really expect Bobby to defeat Nasrat. Nasrat seems like a pretty solid fighter. I just think Bobby, what he's doing his last couple fights, the energy he's bringing, the belief he has in himself, at minus 150. Give me that all day. Jared Cannonier, the Killer Gorilla, taking on Derek Brunson. This fight is going to be sick. I think this is going to be this might end up being fight of the night. This is one of the fights that Derek, he's been hot. Wrestler, obviously, but I mean, you could tell the guy's been working on his striking. He's really become a well-rounded fighter. I just think Cannonier is tremendous. His work ethic, the belief he has in himself, the determination, how strong, how powerful he is, his love of martial arts, and I just think that the Kill Gorilla, especially minus 170, I'll definitely take him with that money line victory. Then we got that co-main. I was talking about it earlier. Derek Lewis taking on Tai Tuivasa in Derek's hometown of Houston. I just think those Houston Rockets going to come through. Bing, bang, boom. Derek's just his experience. He's the knockout king for a reason. Now Tai, he's really promising, and I think that he's had impressive victories, but he's never fought a fighter as technically good as Derek Lewis. Derek looks deceivingly. I mean, the guy doesn't look like he can land a flying knee on a guy who's over 6 feet tall, but goddamn, the guy can. I think he's gonna have fun in this one. He's probably really beating himself up a lot about that performance he had against Cyril Gane. So I think he's gonna come through in this atmosphere. This Houston crowd's gonna really get him going, and we're gonna see. I really do feel like a first round victory, but I'm just gonna hit first round knockout. But I'm just gonna hit that KO at minus 120. Derek Lewis knockout. It'll make Tai, I think, a better fighter, but I don't think he's at Derek's level just yet. And then that main event, Izzy's the greatest striker I think we've probably ever seen. His technical prowess, how brilliant he is, just about breaking down his opponent. The guy does his homework. I mean, the guy clearly does his homework. He obsesses about his opponents. He studies them. He is so good with his striking, his fists, his kicks. Everything is so crisp, so clean, in and out. The guy's so deceptive, so elusive. He's so long. I mean, what more can you say? I mean, the guy is just special. There's a reason he's one of the biggest draws in the UFC post-Conor McGregor era. Robert Whittaker, that guy, I'm a big fan. Bobby Nux is somebody who just represents, like, that work ethic, that, like, grit. Like, he's a good athlete. He's not anything necessarily special anatomically. He's not a physical specimen necessarily, but guy's durable, solid, strong, pretty explosive. I mean, god damn, I don't see him getting finished this fight just because the amount of leaps he's made since then. I mean, he was already an amazing fighter then. Like I said, I think he was psychologically thrown off his game. That wasn't the same Reaper. That wasn't the same Robert we had seen up until that first Izzy fight. So I think Whittaker is going to give us an amazing showing. If not the Cannonier Brunson fight, I definitely think this will be the fight of the night. Just an absolute war, the type of war, hopefully, that Gastelum gave us against Izzy. So, goddamn, I could even see Robert, a trilogy fight with these two. God, how epic would that be? Maybe in Australia this time. Who knows? But God, these fights are gonna kick ass. All I know is just have fun, because that's what this is about. Got to remind myself that a lot too. Got a great underdog pick. I think that Douglas Silva de Andrade, he is the type of guy who's had a rocky career because he just could never get his psyche consistent. I mean, the guy, he's had trouble just staying consistent fighting throughout these past couple years, but he is a specimen. The guy is a problem when he's on his A game. Against a guy in Sergey Morzov, who I just think we've seen some flashes that guy has talent, that Sergey has talent, but I just think Douglas is fighting for his whole legacy at this point, and that power, and at plus 184, I'll take Douglas. Faux show. Okay, let's go. Good luck, everybody.